Tonight in local news, tomorrow, May 2nd, Spectrum Entertainment Board will host its first free food and chill event. They will be providing a free meal to students who bring a ticket. Students will be able to choose between Jimmy Z's and the Great Foodini food trucks. Jimmy Z's menu offers garbage plates, while the Great Foodini offers an assortment of sandwiches, wraps, salads, and quesadillas. The event is for students only. It will be held from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the Gregory parking lot. Tickets are limited and are available for free in the ticket office.
The annual Student Research and Creativity Expo will be held tomorrow, May 2nd, in the Williams Center from noon to 4:30. Now, in its 21st year, the Expo provides graduate and undergraduate students the opportunity to present their work. Submission possibilities include, but are not limited to, capstone projects and oral, poster, computer, and multimedia presentations. Both individual and group projects are welcome. You may submit something up until the start of the event, but make sure to identify a faculty mentor for your project.
Last week, the SUNY Fredonia New Jazz Ensemble won the Downbeat Magazine Student Music Award for Outstanding Performance by a College Large Jazz Ensemble, Undergraduate College Division. It's extremely rare for a student music ensemble to win such an award from a prestigious international publication. Fredonia's music department is thrilled to have received this award and be recognized for their hard work. And coming up, the UNC Charlotte shooter faces charges. Several states keep the environment in mind, and Homeland Security takes a stronger stance on human smuggling. We'll be back.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul.
You've messed up your son's haircut. Do you try to fix it? Work with what you've got? Or show solidarity?
Thank you, babe. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels.
Había un niño que era muy sensible a luces y sonidos. Construía escondites donde no podían entrar. No le gustaba mirar a la gente a los ojos. Lo hacía sentir incómodo. Un día se descubrió que tenía autismo. Con ayuda, poco a poco, aprendió a vivir mejor con ello.
Mientras más pronto se diagnostique, mejor. Conoce las señales en autismspeaks.org.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job!
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can.
Get someone a cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates. Our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can. Intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to Channel 8 Update. Tristan Terrell, the student responsible for UNC Charlotte's school shooting yesterday, has been charged with 2 counts of murder and 4 counts of attempted murder. He will be making a court appearance this Thursday. An ongoing investigation has been taking place as police have been searching door-to-door on campus for any more information or suspects. So far, Terrell is believed to have acted alone, and there is currently no insight into why he did it. In a recent statement to the community, the school's chancellor, Phil Dubois, said, "This is the saddest day in UNC Charlotte's history," end quote.
And the AP reports that in the 2018 elections, 11 states switched control from Republican to Democrats. And all of these states are looking into legislation that would increase use of renewable energy sources. Maine's new governor, Janet Mills, quickly put solar panels on her mansion and plans to have Maine run completely on renewable energy by 2050, as well as have 1,000 more electric cars on the road. According, other states looking into similar bills include New Mexico, Illinois, New Hampshire, New York, and Colorado. The executive director of the Georgetown Climate Center says, quote, "There's a sense of increasing urgency to tackle this problem, and they're not seeing the leadership out of Washington that we need," end quote. Nonetheless, the same AP article says that state-level legislations alone are not enough to combat a global issue, and such bills would be difficult and expensive to implement.
The Department of Homeland Security will begin their pilot program next week that attempts to crack down on human smuggling. They will take DNA of migrants at 2 border locations. The process involves a cheek swab and takes approximately 90 minutes. Their goal is to stop immigrants posing as families. Homeland Security says the pilot is to combat children exploited by traffickers. Ericketta Koss joins us now for our last Channel 8 weather update of the semester. Ericketta, today was so beautiful. Is it going to keep up?
There's a busy weekend for us for sure. Sorry. Today we had a beautiful sunny day with a high of 72. Tonight we will have a 90% chance of rain with wind gusts as high as 24 miles per hour. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we will see scattered showers and lower temperatures. Sunday should be mostly sunny with a high near 63. We have a 30% chance of rain both Monday and Tuesday and highs of 60 and 57. This is definitely weather we are used to in Fredonia, but hopefully this spring will be with us soon. The spring sun will be with us soon. Sorry, that was a bit to get through, but I made it through, so.
All right, well, I hope that keeps up. Thank you, Ericketta. Ahead on Channel 8 Update, Israel remembers a dark time in its history, and East Africa recovers from 2 deadly tropical storms. We'll be back after this break.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul.
You've messed up your son's haircut. Do you try to fix it? Work with what you've got? Or show solidarity?
Thank you, babe. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels.
Había un niño que era muy sensible a luces y sonidos. Construía escondites donde no podían entrar. No le gustaba mirar a la gente a los ojos. Lo hacía sentir incómodo. Un día se descubrió que tenía autismo. Con ayuda, poco a poco, aprendió a vivir mejor con ello.
Mientras más pronto se diagnostique, mejor. Conoce las señales en autismspeaks.org.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can.
Get someone the cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates are fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can. Intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back. Israel will begin their Holocaust Remembrance Day tonight, in which they will commemorate the 6 million Jewish victims while honoring the survivors. 6 Holocaust survivors will be lighting 6 memorial torches during the ceremony, and all television and radio stations will broadcast somber music, Holocaust documentaries, or interviews with survivors. This remembrance will continue throughout Thursday, but sirens will go off throughout the country tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for 2 minutes. During these 2 minutes, the people of Israel will come to a standstill as they remember the victims. Carl?
Just weeks after Tropical Cyclone Idai hit the East African nation of Mozambique, Tropical Cyclone Kenneth came, leaving the area with even more devastation. Both cyclones together took over 1,000 lives, dumped torrential amounts of rain on the region, and caused over $2 billion in damage in the country of Mozambique. However, the international charity Save the Children says that they are running out of funds to help the survivors of the cyclones. The UN did agree to give $13 million to help pay for food, shelter, health, sanitation, and water. Save the Children said that the damage done from Cyclone Kenneth was more catastrophic than expected. In the days to come, there will be more rain and flooding will worsen in the hard-hit areas. Crescenzo Fano joins us now for a look at Fredonia sports as we head into the end of the semester. Crescenzo?
Thank you, Carl, and make sure to really stay dry and get some water out there because it is really humid.
For sure.
As for Fredonia sports, the Fredonia State baseball team finished the season with a 8-10 SUNYAC conference record. This qualified themselves as the number 3 seed in a 4-team SUNYAC tournament that will take place this weekend. The Cortland Red Dragons are the 1st seed as the Blue Devils will take on Oswego this Friday at 3:30 p.m. As for the softball team, they had to play a game of chance with their playoff pitcher looking slim. They ended up getting into the playoffs Monday with Plattsburgh losing both of their games to Brockport. They are set to face Cortland, but that game will be on Thursday at 9 a.m. Congratulations to the baseball and softball teams as WNYF wishes you good luck throughout the playoffs. And finally, the 2019 NFL Draft was one of the biggest and most anticipated drafts in decades. To no surprise, the Arizona Cardinals drafted Kyler Murray, quarterback out of Oklahoma, 1st overall. A very fast and explosive quarterback who, despite getting some backlash for being too small, standing at 5'10", is a Heisman Trophy winner and now 1st overall in the 2019 NFL Draft. The most shocking pick came in at number 6, where Daniel Jones, quarterback out of Duke, was chosen by the New York Giants. He was chosen over Dwayne Haskins and Drew Lock, who had much better statistics than Jones. And for the Buffalo Bills, they ended up getting Ed Oliver, defensive tackle, out of the University of Houston as the number 9 pick. Back to you, Carl.
Thank you, Crescenzo. We'll be back for one last look at the weather this week, and we will be talking with one of our graduating seniors on the show. Stay tuned.
I'll be right back.
Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
It's me, Artie. Come see what I collected from the Creative Galaxy in my idea box.
Transform your world.
Will you help me make art?
Before you throw it away,
Hey, I have an idea.
think outside the box.
Go be amazing!
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
Welcome back to Channel 8 Update. As it is the end of the semester, we thought we would bring on our executive producer, Patrick Ryan, and his co-anchor, Monica Manny. Monica is a senior journalism student here at Fredonia. She is graduating in just 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yes.
Yes. So, when did you join Channel 8 Update?
So I joined a year ago and I changed my major back to journalism. So it's been a great year here.
What's your favorite part about being involved in Channel 8?
I would definitely, first of all, I think for my career, the experience, obviously, but generally, definitely the people. Just everyone's hilarious here, everyone's hardworking here, and I appreciate the support that everyone gives.
And you said that you changed your major back to journalism. So when did you first get interested in journalism, and then what was that path like?
So I did kind of a world tour. I started off at broadcast journalism, and then I was at public relations and social work, and I wanted to go to history and education, and then I came back to journalism.
So you changed your major 4 times.
4 times. 4 times to get
Would you recommend that?
No, because I have to stay here for an extra year. So follow your passion, trust your heart. So yeah, maybe not 4 times.
So what do you have planned coming up after graduation?
So after graduation, I have about 4 days in
4 days?
Buffalo, which is where I'm from, and then I head to Atlanta to intern at CNN, HLN, their morning show. And then after that, I head out to Miami for a fellowship for about 5 days. Then after that, I'm hoping to get a job. So I've been doing interviews and things like that. So we'll see where I end up after that.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
Monica's always out here making moves. Yes,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
CNN, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. What do you like to report on? What's your niche?
Investigative. So part of my mission is amplifying the voices of marginalized groups. So that's really my focus. So I like to dig up information and really give light to things that people aren't really talking about, and like I said, amplify the voices of people instead of speaking for people.
Yeah. And any parting words of wisdom for Channel 8 crew or just journalists and major in general?
Yeah, I guess I'd say get involved as much as you can. Realize that you're going to have some long days and long nights and early mornings and late nights. But if it's what you love to do, you'll do it. And just work as hard as you can, make as many connections as you can and network. And you'll line yourself up to do good things after you graduate. So, yeah.
From you.
Yeah, anything to say, Patrick?
Yeah, no, Monica has been one of our star anchors at Channel 8 Update for the longest time. And I remember when you joined, and you've just grown so much over the past few years. So it's been really a pleasure working with you and knowing you personally. Absolutely. And you just elevate everyone around you, and I think we're all better because of that. So really, job well done. We also want to shout out some of our other seniors. Casey Sadowski's in the control room, making sure we have some crisp audio back there, some spicy audio. Casey, thank you. You wouldn't be able to hear us without Casey, so there's that. We also want to thank Chelsea Barron, who anchored last semester. Chelsea, again, did a great job. She's part of the Spectrum gang, so yeah, that's how we do it. And I also want to shout out to Hannah Wittig, our technical director, and she's also a producer here on the show. And Hannah has been an enormous part of the show from my freshman year moving on. She was here when we were just a mess. So thank you to you, Hannah. We had our teleprompters on cinder blocks then, so that was the time. But we're going to miss you a lot, and hopefully we'll remember to stop and start the stream because that's been Hannah's job.
Yes.
So.
Yes. I think she won an award for that.
I think, Hannah did win a very prestigious Channel 8 Update Award at the end of last semester. So I know all of our seniors are going to do amazing things, and I'm just very proud of all of you. So thanks for making Channel 8 better.
And thank you, too, for coming on. Monica, we're going to miss you. Good luck in everything that comes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But now we're going to go over to Eriquetta for one last look at the weather. Eriquetta?
Eriquetta Cause.
All right.
How's it looking?
It is looking pretty good. Here's one last look at the weather. Before we sign off this evening, it looks like we have a rainy weekend ahead of us, but Sunday should be a silver lining with a relatively sunny day. Our high this week was today at 72, and our low will be Friday night. 44 on Monday and Tuesday, we will see a chance of showers with highs of 60 and 57. Overall, it will be a relatively rainy week with some breaks for sun and cool winds.
All right, that does it for us tonight. Well, not just tonight, but for this year on Channel 8 Update. We want to give a huge thanks to our crew in the control room and the studio. We would not be able to do this show without them. I want to thank you for watching us this year. Fred Before Bed will air their season finale tonight at 10 p.m., so be sure not to miss that. And we will be back in September with the start of the next semester, so have a good summer. Oh, and thank you to our producers as well. Yes, of course, we could not do the show without them. How could I forget them? So yes, have a good summer, and good night.